Hi guys, welcome to another video from Overbike Gaming, and today we're taking a look at an early access title called Express Rider Simulator. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be a rider working for DoorDash or Uber Eats or any number of companies that jack up food prices just because you're too lazy to go and get it? Well, now's your chance, and you don't even have to sneak into a country to do it. So this is an early access game made by Hanibaba Studios. It's the only game on Steam that Hatin Barber, not Hani Barber. Yes, Hatin Barber, beg your pardon. It's the only game they appear to have done, and is available for £7.99, although it does currently have a 20% discount. I am not sure when that runs out then. It was released on the 29th of July, so it's relatively recent. So I got it for the princely sum of £6.39. And it is exactly what it is. It is basically a delivery simulator. So you start off, you buy your cheap scooter, you fill it full of fuel, you repair it, you buy a bag for it, you open up an account with a local food delivery company, and then you I'm sorry, my wife just can't stop being fucking noisy. I've had to restart this once, and now she's slamming doors. Ignore for me, thank you, much love. Oh dear. Anyway, losing my train of thought. Don't worry, she'll get it later, boys. Whammo! Nah, just joking, she'll beat the shit out of me if I try anything like that. So yes, you get your account, you take a loan, and you go out and you use your phone to get job deliveries. You go get it, you signal when you've picked it up, you go drop it off. There's a timer. If you're too rough in your driving or your handling of it, it will degrade the quality of the food, and your sort of pay will be reduced for that. At the start of the game, you barely get any money for what you're doing. It is literally a grind at the start of the game because you're getting, like, I don't know, $3 a delivery, which isn't great considering the repairs to your bike can be more expensive than that, depending on how badly you've ballsed it up. And it does go through petrol surprisingly fast for an entry-level scooter. I'm looking at sitting my CBT, my motorcycle CBT, soon, and the bike that I'm looking at will do 100 miles to a gallon, and I think it would do about 300 miles to a tank. And that's 125 horsepower, cc, beg pardon. Motorcycle, and the little entry scooter you get in this is not 125, although it goes almost as fast because I'm getting a cruiser and it's a lot heavier, but it just goes through fuel like nothing. You'll do like one delivery and you'll be like, oh shit, I've lost like a third of my fuel doing that, which is a bit annoying. The driving model is serviceable. It definitely needs some tweaks. It's a bit twitchy. It is better than some I've seen in a lot more expensive games, but yeah, it definitely could use some improvement. It's a bit twitchy. If you walk into your scooter, it will bounce around all over the place, for instance, and you know, there are a few bugs here and there. It is early access, so we can't get too heavy about that, and they're all going to be ironed out, so, well, hopefully anyway, as long as it's not abandoned, such as I opened the phone to look at an order, and then my mouse disassociated from the sort of the reticle where you walk around and look at things. I had to like left click to do it, but it also disabled like a number of the keyboard shortcuts, so I wasn't able to get to the menu or anything like that. A little bit annoying, but it's one of those things. It's early access, you know what you're getting, right? You're paying sort of less than you'll probably play when it comes out in earnest to like play a game that's, you know, mostly in a playable state but still has some problems, which it does. I won't deny that. You can buy bigger scooters. It does take a long time to get the money to do so. You can also buy cameras to help you earn a bit of money and live stream your deliveries, because is that a thing? I wasn't aware that was a thing, but apparently you can do that and like get a nice little Twitch income for, you know, driving around delivering food for not very much money, whereas you could sit at home and just get your tits out, or, you know, nearly get your tits out, Twitch, nearly. I have streamed on Twitch myself before. Not to any great success. Snare was always the one of us that was more into it than I. But in the ones that I did do, I was fully covered. Don't worry, there was no nips. It was all cleavage, you know, just to, you know, get the boys to the yard, so they say. Anyway, let's go back to the game and put this disturbing aside to well, behind us. Yes, well, not like that, perverts, but you know what I mean. Anyway. So there's a number of things you can do. You can buy things that will give you extra benefits as well. It's all quite expensive, and you will have to repay any loans you take out from the bank as well. So there's that. But it does have the bare bones of one of those nice games where you can just sort of turn head off and just enjoy sinking some time doing something relatively menial. And I mean, I wouldn't like to get like an order like I get from my local co-op, where I'm like, yes, let's have all of the beer and colas. Ha ha ha, stupid delivery man, take that. Enjoy your chiropractor. That's kind of the level of my orders. Well, it used to be. Now it's all Pepsi Max rather than cola. Damn you, diabetes. But yeah, I mean, I'm having relative fun with it. I mean, I probably won't play it for much longer, to be fair, before it gets some bigger updates, because once you've sort of like seen the first thing, you are doing the same pretty much over and over, which is a delivery game. It's to be expected, yes, but you have to do a lot of it before you can like unlock other paths, really, because the game tutorial forces you to take out a loan even if you don't want one. I mean, you do start off with 400 buckaroos, so it's enough to get going with, but it does make you take out a loan, so you're always worried about that, because it's not like you can suddenly be like, oh shit, I need $20 for a loan. That means I've got to do 10 deliveries. You'll never do 10 deliveries in a day. The day goes too fast. You'll do maybe 3 or 4 at the most. And you know, you sort of going against fuel and, you know, your bike condition as well. But, you know, you have a fatigue level. You need to go home and sleep yourself. So it's not like you can just be out there all night dropping things off. And most of the apps will turn off. They'll be like, yep, too late to get any more deliveries, which seems a bit sus. I'm pretty sure I've gotten some fairly late fucking deliveries on like Just Eat and Deliveroo and shit like that back in my less responsible days, before I started watching Caleb Hammer and started wasting my money on bullshit. But yes, you know, Uber Eats and all that. But yeah, I mean, it's like 7-8 quid, so I mean, what would you expect for that? It's got a good foundation. If it could get a bit more polish, you are able to run over pedestrians should you wish to do so, so enjoy that. But a bit more polish and maybe a bit more balancing, I'd say. I think the fuel disappears far too quick. I think the opening jobs do not allow you to get enough money. I think a lot of the extras that you can buy, like the helmet, the initial camera, things like that, are all priced too similarly. I would have like the lower stuff be significantly cheaper, so you're able to get it a lot earlier and just make the game sort of less of a grind in the early going by having the ability to do something new or getting bonuses that you wouldn't necessarily have gotten, things like that. But at the moment, serviceable. There's a few bugs in it, as I say, and it's not the smoothest experience you've ever had. It's also not optimized greatly. I think it was running at about 61 frames per second, but I should be running more than that, really. But the look of the bike is nice. The handlebars, and when you sat on it, it looks good. Not sure about the deliveries themselves. They will just come in like a generic paper bag, which is kind of small. Even if it's like a pizza, I guess you're just taking a couple of slices rather than like a whole pie, which is kind of weird. But you know, it's how it's done at the moment. I mean, you can get different size bags, but it seems to be for like doing multiple deliveries at a time, rather than like having to have a bigger bag to do like pizzas or stuff like that, which is kind of like strange, but whatever. Anyway, guys, that's it for this week. I'll catch you next time.
Took you long enough.
Take care.